So I have here in my hands the clinometer. The clinometer is a very useful tool in forestry. We can use it for a couple of things. The first thing you can use this tool for is to measure percent slope. So if my eyes are at 5 feet 6 inches and I'm on a slope, I would look up slope at a tree at 5 feet 6 inches, and there's a dial in here, and on the left hand side of the dial there's percent slope. So it'll tell me 10% or whatever the slope might be. The other way we use this tool, which is more common, is measuring tree height. And the same dial that's in this tool, when you look in the dial, there is a 0, and then there's plus numbers, and then there's minus numbers. And so when you're measuring tree height, first thing is you have to be 66 feet away from a tree, which is one chain. And I pace off my paces to know where I'm at 66 feet. So I marked that off on this big tree behind me. So I'm going to shoot an angle at the bottom of the tree. And when I look into this dial, I'm also looking outside of the dial so that I line up the line with the bottom of the tree. And when I do this, I'm getting a number of -9. Okay, so that's my first number. And then when at the same spot, I want to then also turn up my dial to the very highest point on the tree, which I'm getting a +70. Okay, and so you add those two numbers together and you get a total of 79. So that would mean this tree is approximately 79 feet tall. Actually, if I could clarify, if you haven't cut off, the proper way is to subtract the top number from the bottom number. So it's 70 minus -9, which is, we all know, is +9. If it was a +9, it would be 70 minus 9, it'd be 61 feet. So that's the proper way to use a clinometer.
So an even more low-tech way to figure out the height of a tree just requires a ruler and a buddy. So what I'm going to be doing is I should know the height of my buddy, or I should measure that beforehand. So if you want to take a look at my buddy is standing over there at the tree that we want to measure the height of. And what I'm going to do is, first off, I already know my buddy is 5'6". So what I'm going to do is I am going to hold my ruler. Let me know when you can see me. Okay. I'm going to hold my ruler out in front of me. And the goal is I'm going to hold it with a straight arm so I don't change that distance. My goal is to line up the bottom of the ruler at my 0 mark with the bottom of the tree and my buddy's feet. And then I want to make the top of my ruler at my 12 inches mark line up with the top of the tree. So as you can probably tell, I'm way too close to it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and walk backwards and see if we can't get this lined up. Almost, but not quite. Okay, it looks like we're pretty good from here. And what I want to do also is that I want to check my buddy's height on this ruler here, how tall she looks like she is, right? So as I take a look and I'm lining up, I'm going to have to close one eye so I can see it a little bit better, and it looks like she is just under an inch tall. She's just under an inch tall. So if we really wanted to estimate and try it with an inch, we can check out our math and see how close we come. Now we have to math.
Yeah, so there would be 12 segments because you did it to the 12-inch mark. And if the 1-inch mark is about her height, then it would be roughly 5'6", so 5.5 feet. So it would be 5.5 feet times 12. All right. So that would be 66 feet.
Okay. So
Quick math.
that was really good. So we're basically using a ratio system here. So if my buddy appears to be 1 inch tall and the tree is 12 inches tall, as it appears to be, then what we want to do is we want to multiply this known height amount of 5.5 feet times our 12 inches in order to get our total height of the tree. Okay.